Fantasy matchup number 40, Joe Louis versus Muhammad Ali. It's like every 10 fantasy matchups, I'm going to do something kind of special with these fantasy matchups for every 10. So, 50, we all know what number 50 is going to be. Mike Tyson versus Muhammad Ali. So I got 10 more to do until I get to 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. If I can make it to 100, that would be, I have an idea of what I'm going to do for 100. But I'm not even going to let you guys know what I'll do for 100. But anyway, I'm trying to reach 100 just so I can get to that special match. But honestly, Joe Louis versus Muhammad Ali. And overall, this match was requested by a few people as well when I was gone. But honestly, this is actually a hard matchup when you think of it, because it's another different era type matchup. But the good thing about it is it's one of those 15 rounders. 2 fights from the 15 round era. So overall it's a really good matchup if you ask me. But anyway, Joe Louis versus Muhammad Ali. Joe Louis, I had number 1 in my top 5 heavyweights, and I had Muhammad Ali at number 2. Does that mean that one's better than the other? Does it mean that number 1 is better than number 2, or 2 is better than, or could 2 be better than 1? I didn't base my top 5 on who could beat who. I based it on what did they do for the heavyweight division. Though Muhammad Ali was able to transcend the sport, I thought Joe Louis, was one of the first to transcend the sport to a much higher level than what it was on. Jack Dempsey transcended the sport as well. He transcended the sport into from something different. When I say Jack Dempsey, when I talk about Jack Dempsey translating the sport to something different, he was able to call his own shots and start businesses and stuff. That was his way of making the sport something different. But Joe Louis did it for boxing. Joe Louis was for boxing, so he helped make it a bigger sport and inspired some of our greatest fighters. But in a fight like this, Muhammad Ali, I do see Muhammad Ali, a young prime Muhammad Ali, kind of dancing around the ring against Joe Louis. Joe Louis did have trouble against Billy Conn, a fighter who did move a lot, a fighter who had a lot of movement who was a light heavyweight. Muhammad Ali, was a natural light heavyweight, as well. But he did fight, pretty much fought his career at heavyweight. Young in his career, I think he was weighing like 190. Barely even 200 pounds early in his career. But Muhammad Ali, with the foot speed and the leg movement, the lateral movement, I think would give Joe Louis a lot of problems. Joe Louis, like I said in previous videos, did a very good job of coming from under shots and turning his shots over and getting them to land very precise. I think that Joe Louis did counter very well. He did a good job of coming underneath shots, but these are against bigger fighters. Bigger fighters who like to slug it out of the brawl. But could he do that against a Muhammad Ali, a young Muhammad Ali, who's gonna dance around the ring and not gonna fight against you, but he's gonna throw his combinations. He's gonna put his combinations together, and he's gonna pretty much back off, evade your shots, run away, this, that, and the other. How does Joe Louis do against that? A fighter who's not necessarily even going to fight you for 15 rounds, unlike Billy Conn, who got brave and started and actually wanted to knock out Joe Louis. Muhammad Ali, would he go for the knockout against Joe Louis? I doubt it. I think that honestly, as you could tell, I'm gonna go with Muhammad Ali in this matchup. The reason I'm gonna go with Muhammad Ali is because Muhammad Ali didn't necessarily have to go for the knockout. Though Joe Louis was a more solid puncher, though he countered very well, though he came forward well, and he did have pretty good movement, he would probably have to chase Muhammad Ali for a full 15 rounds. Though Joe Louis got stronger as those rounds went by, I do see Joe Louis coming, from underneath the shot, landing on Ali's chin and possibly even knocking him down, with Ali getting up stronger and but winning the fight by unanimous decision, because I know that Muhammad Ali, young in his career, would not stand and fight Joe Louis. I don't think he would stand and fight Joe Louis. I think that he would evade the shots. I think he'd just move around, stay on his toes, and do what he did best. Get his jabs off, land some combinations, and just circle around the ring and move around and go in and out. He wouldn't. I don't think he would necessarily fight Joe Louis the way that Billy Conn was trying to fight Joe Louis and knock him out. I don't think that Ali would even go for the knockout, and he wouldn't really have to try to go for the knockout, against the Joe Louis. He pretty much he just had to circle around the ring, get his shots off, and get his combinations off, and and just keep doing the same in and out lateral movement. I think that's what Muhammad Ali would do in this specific fight. But anyway, I got Muhammad Ali unanimous decision. Though Joe Louis is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, I just think that Muhammad Ali would beat him in a fight, just because of the styles involved. But anyway, that was my thoughts on that fight. But anyway, that was The Distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.